To look into HIV/AIDS in Jamaica is essentially to look into its deeper self, because to look into HIV/AIDS is to explore the moral and sexual history of Jamaica and what it means, which is already an issue of taboo. The news comes like a stone falling. Suddenly all light is gone. Outside the heat is black as loss. Tomorrow is a burden. I speak the words into the air. No one answers. The sky is a dull plate of silences. Tomorrow is a heavy load. My feet move sluggishly, every sound muted to a drone. It is hard to dream these days. And oh, the tears, the tears. I'm a poet and I'm a writer. A bit of a scavenger. People's stories become important to me because I become fascinated by their lives, and I want to write about their lives. Jamaica is home for me. I grew up in Jamaica. My family is still in Jamaica. Very close to home to be writing about HIV/AIDS in Jamaica. There is substance in the gathering of bodies battered by this disease. There is evidence in the quiet promise we make to be here again next week. And so I'm writing in that context and trying to understand the journey of people who live with HIV/AIDS. I want to know about people who work in the area, who work in HIV/AIDS, why they do it, what drives them, what passions motivate them to do it. There is substance in the promises we make to protect this world with the truth of our wounds. There is evidence in the rituals of the living, the memories of the lived, the calm we crave. You ask yourself these questions about what happens to people when such news is had. And I've lived in situations where there were tests to be done about something else, and the question was, would it be positive or negative, and it would change your life if it's positive or negative. And I've seen how that affects the person. So their life and their story is very important to me to try and understand how they are coping with it and how they're dealing with it, and how the stigma that is attached to AIDS and HIV is affecting the day-to-day lives of people. The secrecy, the failure to say what people are doing, and the failure for people to come up front and say that this is something that I've been doing because it's taboo. There is substance in the green of rainy season, in the harvest of sweet mangoes in November. There is evidence in these songs we now sing, defying that tyranny of this disease in us. HIV/AIDS has had this really weird kind of place in the imagination, both one of horror, a sense that this becomes a kind of irrevocable sentence to you, and yet one of hope, where we get instances of people who've managed to live with this disease and so on. Hope is in the gentle nod of recognition. Hope is in the limping body still pushing against the pain, the discomfort, still laughing from so deep down it feels like the rush of alcohol in the head, the full abandonment of all fear. Hope is in the hands we grasp, the prayers we whisper, the amen, the amen, the amen.